It may be an open mic moment that speaks volumes. President Obama at a nuclear security summit in South Korea today. What exactly is he talking about when referring and speaking with the Russian President Dmitry Medvedev? Listen carefully on this.
My wife's question. Yeah, that's not my question. I have more questions. I translate this Spanish.
So the two world leaders talking about missile defense and a shield in Eastern Europe, a long-time dicey subject between Russia and the U.S. So what was all this about here? Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry on that, and good morning to you, Ed. How is the White House explaining this? Good morning.
Well, good morning, Bill. As you can imagine, White House officials are saying that there's not much here because they're saying that the president is just speaking to the political reality of the situation, not just in Russia, where, by the way, President Medvedev, as you know, will be stepping down soon. Prime Minister Putin will be coming back as president, a position he served in several years ago. And that's the political reality that they need more time before they work out this missile defense issue. And then, of course, you've got a big U.S. election coming in November, and the president trying to reflect that political reality is not going to get much business done here in the U.S. until that election is done, whether it's missile defense or other issues. But I think the bigger issue here clearly is when you have the President of the United States saying, after my election, I'll have more flexibility. This comes after several times the president has said at fundraisers, in interviews, I've got 5 more years in office. It's one thing to be confident that you're going to win re-election. The question is going to be whether he pays a political price for looking overconfident and assuming he's going to win re-election and then be able to deal with all of these issues with more flexibility.
Or you may argue that he will change policy, and some would suggest the irony here that this is an Etch-a-Sketch moment. What would they say to that?
Well, you know, certainly that is going to be the question, because a serious issue like missile defense, Vladimir Putin has been very much opposed to this because he thinks then the U.S. will have missiles right in Russia's back door in Eastern Europe. The U.S. in the Bush administration and now in the Obama administration has consistently said, no, this is not an offensive system against Russia. It's a defensive system to protect U.S. allies in Europe against Iran or others firing missiles. But if all of a sudden the president is suggesting he'll have more flexibility after the election, does that suggest he'll be giving up more to Russia if he does win re-election? That is going to be the question he's going to face after a comment like this.
All right, Ed Henry, thank you. In Washington he is. Thank you, Ed.